You know, Linda Rondstadt's You're No Good. I find this a really confusing song, just full of twists and turns. And it has Andrew Gold's, and I am a massive Andrew Gold fan. It's got Andrew Gold's masterpiece Beatles solo in the middle of it. Right. So, let's start with the chords. This is in B minor. There's lots of guitar parts. The next one, now when the singing starts, you see there's different. The first time it's, second time it's, so there's a pull off, whether you want to do it like that, or with your third and pinky. Right, that's the notes are exactly the same. So we've got the B minor, and I've got 2 9s, 2 7s. Second time that. First time, second time. The bit before You're No Good, G, A, D. The bass sound, B minor, E, You Don't Know, the apocryphal story about this song, and I've heard it so many times, I assume it must be true, is that Linda Rondstadt had recorded her fantastic, incredible vocals on it, verse, chorus, and then gone home for the night. And the middle section is heralded in by the drums on a rim shot or on the hi-hat. There's this impending section or sense of something about to happen, and this will then go over, and then right, that bit. So the story is that the next day Linda Rondstadt had come in and was either surprised or unsure of what Andrew Gold had done in the middle, because the song From Being Here just goes there. It's one of the great left turns in guitar solos that I can think of, and you know how many songs really to get a guitar solo, it just takes the song, takes it somewhere else, and then it goes back to right up to the end where you get the that bit, and we've got this. So this is, and then, so that's like F sharp, A, D, it's like 11, 10, 12. And then, right, and this is over. This is at the end, these two. That's 9 and 7, and a little bend. Right, so let's go back to the middle. So the drummers counted out the 8, and there is a completely open palette for Andrew Gold to play whatever. First of all, he chose 2 chords. The first one is this. So that's 7, 7 and 5. Now I would read that as being a D chord with an add 9 E. So I would read that as being, so it's 7, 5, 7, 5. And that's played against, and this time it's 5, 7, 6. was a G, a D and an F, right? Now I'm guessing it was recorded on something like a Rickenbacker because it's real Beatles-esque jangle. As I say, that there's no adjective for this section other than Beatlesy. You know, that's all you could really call it, and it's just fantastic, right? If you play on a Strat, and then this, right? I tried putting it in the bridge position, and it comes out like this. You know, I would probably, I think, do it there. Next section after that, Andrew Gold played. So that's a B on the 9th of the D string, to 12, to 11, to 10, and then this little rock and roll bend. And you've got to hear in your head that section, right? Because what Andrew Gold played next it's just unbelievable. You know, how anyone could come up with this is completely beyond me, right? So we've got this chord, same again, now when you hear those notes isolated, it sounds like they don't belong in the song almost. But if you imagine him, and you know, he was an incredibly musical guy, fitting in with the chords, it's not really a solo you can play on its own. But I'll tell you what the notes are, right? The first bit is not straightforward, but it's all notes off a D major scale. Right, so it's 14 and 12. 14, go back to 14, 12, 15, 14. And then he plays this. Which fits in perfectly with the chords. You know, the B minor to the E to the F sharp, whether they be sevenths or whether they just played flat. So the notes are E to begin with. Now, I think it threw me for a sort of curve, because I would imagine the section in D, he would have played in this position, or maybe that position, but right. So that's, as I say, 14, 12, bend 14, bend 14 a half step, bend 14 a half step, then 12, 15, 14. And then you've got this. Now that's off the 9, that's the E. Then we go to 11, and then to 14. Right, so we've got 9. The way I try to remember it was 9, 11, 14. And that's up to 14, and then 12, 11, 11. And then, so that's another bend. Half step. So in total you've got finally, we're back in that. and it ends up on a very subdued sort of doomy. And a tiny little bend. And you bend it just a fraction. Right, we've then got this. That triad, which is 11, 10, 12, and then 11, 10, 10, and it all fades out. In guitar terms, although the vocals are absolutely sensational, it's a great song as well. I think that song, that recording on Heart Like a Wheel, is going to be remembered forever, because this is a song where, you know, Andrew Gold took a blank canvas in the middle of the song and played that section, which is, you know, just absolutely fantastic. So I hope you have fun with that. It took me ages to figure out the notes, especially the bends at the end, you know, because it's not like playing off a shape or a box pattern or anything like that. But as I say, Andrew Gold is an incredibly musical guy. So there you go. Heart Like a Wheel, Linda Rondstadt, Andrew Gold, You're No Good.